Happy guinea pig! Here we go.
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And today I am going to be making a little snack. I like cheese crackers, but those things are expensive. When I'm talking about cheese crackers, I'm talking about the Cheez-Its and the store brand, things like that. But they're expensive. So what I'm going to do is make some easy cheesy crackers. And my ingredients, sitting here, I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I have 4 tablespoons of butter. It's supposed to be room temperature. Mine was cold, so we shredded it. It'll make it room temp. 8 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese. Well, I've got about 5 ounces of shredded cheddar and about 3 ounces of shredded Monterey Jack. I wanted a mixture. A teaspoon of salt. And you'll use anywhere from, I think it said 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, ice water. Yeah, 2 to 3 tablespoons of ice water. So I have my ice water mixed up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little guard off. And over here at my mixer, let me get this a little bit closer to me. Need this. And I have my scrapey paddle mixer that Michelle sent me on here. The blade, I should say, or the paddle, yeah.
Yeah, that thing's nice.
And it says to start out with the butter, the cheese, and the salt, mixing them together well. So I just got to get all my butter out of this bowl here, y'all. That's what I'm doing. And you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And these are going to bake for about 13 minutes or until golden. And you'll see I have a baking sheet with some parchment paper on it. I can't talk today.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah. Sometimes I get tongue-tied, folks. Get piggy that. I'm going to put the cheese in here. Make sure I've got all that cheese out. We don't want to waste none of the goodness, that's for sure.
Right. Wait, not one shot.
I'll put that over on this side. And if you're wondering how I know this is a total of 8 ounces of cheese, it's because I weighed it out. And add the salt. I used my little kitchen scale and I weighed it out. Okay, I've got my mixer up. Alright, I've got the cheese and the butter mixed together, and now it says to add the flour. And I've done that. And a tablespoon of the water. And what we'll do is, as we're doing this, we can add the other 2 tablespoons if needed. And this is basically just like making a pie dough when you're adding the ice water to it. And just like a pie dough, if you need more than what it calls for, that's fine. You just want it to coat together into a ball. Now I've added all 3 tablespoons. I'm going to let it mix together for a little bit. All right. I'm gonna give Piggy the water over there.
Spunk a piece of cheese up on top.
That's okay. All right, got to figure out which way this thing goes. Let's go that way. I'm not on the right side for it, so I can't remember. All right, come off of there. There we go.
There you go. You finally got it.
I got it, y'all. I got it.
She got it. She got it. She got it.
Y'all probably hear that noise behind me. That's the kitty cat wanting in. They think I'm their slave. Which I wouldn't say they're much wrong on
Well,
that.
ain't we?
Yeah.
We
Yes.
open and close the doors for them. We let them in. We let them out. We feed them. We water them. Yeah, we pretty much cater to them.
They're still watering it bonus chicken. Oh, yeah.
They ain't.
And what this said on this right here said you want it to come together into a ball that's where it would still crumble apart if you break it. So, yeah, that's what it's going to do. So we must have got it to the right consistency. And according to this that recipe, it can be made with a hand mixer. I'm just going to tell you flat out, I'm not going to try it with a hand mixer. I'd mix it by hand before I tried a hand mixer. That or using like I said, this stand mixer, or here you go, Piggy.
Well, thank you.
Or a food processor. I use food processor before I try stand mixer. And I'm just going to put a little sprinkle of flour out.
In other words, you're going to use machinery. You need machinery that's got some lead in its butt to do the job.
Definitely, definitely. I wouldn't want to try to burn up a hand mixer doing this.
And for those of y'all out there who don't understand that redneck phrase, lead in its butt means strong enough.
Yeah. I'm just going to pat this down. You see what it says today here.
Strong enough, heavy duty.
Well, this says you can either chill it or go ahead and work with it. I'm going to go ahead and work with it, because all of my ingredients were cold to begin with.
So those pins sound like I need to put some grease on it.
Rolling pin sounds sad, don't it? So,
Oh, honey, if I was as old as that rolling pin, I'd feel pretty sad too.
now this right here is to get rolled out to 1/8 inch thickness. Now again, the recipe says to divide this into half, make flat discs, put them in the refrigerator, refrigerate for 30 minutes. Now taking account, my dough is still fairly cold, so I'm going to go ahead and work with it right now.
I bet it warmed up before you roll over it like that.
It probably will.
But that takes movement with friction.
Yeah.
Movement to friction creates heat.
Piece that back together there. So y'all, this is the first time I've made these as well. These are another one of my Sunday meals. Someday I'm going to make these cheese crackers because they sound good. Someday I'm going to do a lot of things because it sounds good. And to be honest with you,
Oh, for decades, she's been able to look at her recipes and see stuff she likes, and look at stuff and all like that, and just sit there. Kind of like window shopping. You dream about it, but you ain't able to have it due to circumstances, situations, workspace, whatnot. Well, guess what? Now she's got a little bit of workspace to work with. So, guess what?
now I've got a reason to make these things. Before, I didn't really have a reason other than the fact that I might want to try them. So,
She also got a fat little piggy to try them out on. And quite happily I do. Thank you.
Piggy likes testing my recipes for me, y'all.
Hence the name, the Happy Guinea Pig.
Mm-hmm.
I am a guinea pig because she tests it out of me. And I'm happy about it because I know how good she can cook.
Like I said, this is supposed to be like 1/8 of an inch thick. So it's going to be fairly thin.
Piggy over here doing dishes.
Piggy's always doing dishes.
It's what I do.
Except when he gets behind on them.
Yeah, it had a hot thought hit my head this morning.
Oh.
Yeah. A little remix of a popular song. Slip in the pink. I got a sling across the kitchen floor to the kitchen sink. And for those of y'all who know that rhythm, y'all know what song that was that come from. That's just a little bit of a piggy twist, don't it?
Okay, I've got me y'all, this is the ruler I use here in the kitchen. It's just a clear blue plastic ruler. And I'm looking for 1/8 of an inch. It's a quarter. So I'm looking to see. And I've got that right at about 1/8 of an inch. Yep.
Early woodworking and metalworking tool. We need to get a couple of sets up. It does both good. You set them out. When you need that kind of measurement, they're little brass blocks.
Yeah.
Rectangular brass blocks. And they're different sizes. You need a particular size, you just pull it out of its little slot, you set it next to it, and you see what you got.
What I need to do is eventually invest in a rolling pin that has the guides on it. They're rubber guides you put on the ends of them.
Yeah.
And they go up in increments of 1/8 of an inch up to 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch.
So that's kind of a cook's equivalent to those brass blocks.
Yeah.
I got you.
They go on each end of your rolling pin. And now that's just like when I worked at Hardee's years ago. You had to roll the dough out to a certain thickness. So what they did is they had the rolling pin and screwed into the ends. They had metal plates screwed into each end. And it come out that exact thickness that the biscuits or the dough was supposed to be when you rolled it out. And if y'all are wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually measuring 1-inch increments. And I'm trying not to, I'm not using a sharp knife. I've got a butter knife because I'm not cutting anything on this silicone mat. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on.
What you need is a metal grid cutter. Oh, you just set it down on the whole thing. Boop, cut, there you are.
Yeah. Plastic won't work too.
Either way.
I mean, as long as it will cut through dough, it don't matter if it's metal or plastic. And you see me cutting these things, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll do this right here. Let's see, go here. Here. And yeah, I know I'm being meticulous. I don't have to have it right at 1 inch, but these, it called for 1 inch. I'm just showing you that. You see what I'm doing. I'm cutting them into 1-inch crackers, roughly.
Well, that's what they're supposed to be. So you want them to come out like they're supposed to look.
Yep.
Or as close to it as you can get, anyway.
These are open. That's the only reason I'm grabbing these and not my others. I should have had this out.
What are those going to do?
I'll show you in just a second. So I can stick
Oh,
this
I
over.
bet I know. Okay. You're gonna stick those two in the middle. Go across the pan.
And it says make a hole in the center.
Oh, okay. Not gonna use the pointy end. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
You make a hole in it. And y'all see what I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead and finish these up. And I'll show you what the pan looks like when I get done with it.
It's what we used to say in the military when in a crowded spot or on a ship. You trying to get there. Make a hole! Make a hole! Snack time!
I'm saying. Y'all, I wound up getting 2 baking sheets full of these. And I just went ahead and put these in the bowl. Piggy's done dipped into them. So they were good. So, I'm going to grab me one out of here, too. Okay. They're hot now.
Piggy wants a cracker. Piggy wants a cracker.
I ain't buying Cheez-Its no more, y'all. It's cheaper to make these. And they're just as good. They're actually, for my part, better because you don't have all that processed stuff in them. I highly recommend.
Piggy better get what he can of that because those are going to be gone. Of course, Piggy's got something else in the fridge Piggy work on.
Yeah. And what he's talking about, y'all, is the peanut butter cups. And if you've watched the recipe or the video for the peanut butter cups, then you'll know what he's talking about. He's got in the refrigerator. Piggy got to show y'all what he's got in the refrigerator, y'all.
Yeah, Piggy picks to eat one because Piggy been sitting here thinking about it. Doesn't have one this morning.
Y'all, I've ate one of those peanut butter cups. But this video is about the Cheez-Its. I got the other pan in the oven. I baked them for 13 minutes. And I highly recommend if you want cheese crackers, you can make them at home. This would be a nice little party snack, shower snack, whatever. Now Piggy's going to show you what he's fixing to eat.
Y'all done seen this, so. Oh, boy. Piggy snack.
Well, this is my snack. This is what I like. So I just say thank y'all very much for watching the video. Have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Where's my phone?